I wanted to show you a shortcut for computing matrix vector products that we can see when we look at the format of our answers when we're doing a matrix vector product. Okay, so I've written out this first problem that we looked at, the matrix 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 multiplied by the vector ABC. And I'd like you to notice what happens to compute this first entry, the entry that's in row 1. We take A times 1 and we add it to B times 2 and 3 times C. Okay, so we took, if we move one finger from left to right along this row in the matrix on the left, and we move one finger from top to bottom down the vector, we're looking at the same spots. The first entries get multiplied together, the second entries get multiplied together, the third entries get multiplied together, and then we add it all up. Okay. Notice we can do the same thing to produce this second entry. We now look at the second row and we have 4 times A plus 5 times B plus 6 times C. The advantage of this is just that it's very space saving. It's easy to do without writing out a lot of work. Okay, let's try out 2 more examples of this. Produces the same answer as we've seen using the linear combination interpretation. You still want to keep that linear combination interpretation in your head. That's an important thing to know about. We'll use it, but in terms of actually computing things, it's often easier to do it in this way. Okay, so next up, we're going to do this matrix vector product. Okay, so we have a 3 by 2 matrix multiplied by a 2 by 1 vector. Our result is going to be 3 by 1. See that the number of columns is equal to the number of entries. Okay, and we're building a linear combination of those columns. So we'll see it's 3 by 1. We're going to take 1 times 0, or 1 times 4, plus 0 times -2 to get our first entry. So this is 1 times 4 plus 0 times -2. Okay. Then we're going to do 5 times 4 plus -2 times -2. And then we'll do -3 times 4 plus 7 times -2. And writing this out, we have 4 plus 0 is 4, 20 plus 4 is 24, and -12 plus -14 is -26. And we can double check that this is indeed the same solution as we had before. We're bringing together the same pieces. Okay. Why don't you pause for a second and try out this next example? Okay, so we have a 2 by 2 matrix multiplied by a 2 by 1 vector. Our result is going to be 2 by 1. So we're going to take 6 times -4 plus 7 times 3 to get our first entry. And to get our second entry, we're going to do 3 times -4 plus 4 times 3. So this will be -24 plus 21, -12 plus 12. or -3, 0. Great.